All right, like I stated in the previous video, I'm opening up rack packs of 1982 Topps football. It takes me a couple minutes to open them carefully, and they have like a weird seal that you got to cut three different ways to open all three of them. So feel free to skip forward the first few minutes while I open these. The other video I was talking about the Sabres. Supposed to go to a game next week. My buddies, a couple training partners. I've been going to a couple games this season, a little bit more than usual because the last 15 years, man, we've been like the worst team ever. It's like hard to watch. You can't support, and honestly, most people gave up on them. Tickets were dirt cheap when the season started, and they just went on a tear. They put it all together. Tons of chemistry. Almost done with the first one. All right, I'm getting a little bit better at this. I better just jinx myself. Yep, there it is. Gotta cut closer. Rather cut twice on the cards though. I'm sure you guys all seen that recent viral video. Ooh. Oh, and the last one is done. All right, we have a Don Good, Sherman Smith, Russell Davis, Nolan Cromwell, Roger Carr, EJ Jr., Oilers team leaders. Got Pat Hayden, Bernard Wilson, Gary Jeter. Man, all these Giants. Brian Yari, Redskins, Ken Green. Ooh. That is a Walter Payton followed by a Chris Collinsworth, and that Walter Payton centering is nice. Whew. All right, that might have saved the day right there. Follow that up with a Chris Collinsworth. Not too bad centering, not as good as that Payton though, but that's pretty nice. All right, good pack start. We got an Ed White, Steelers, Pete Johnson, Ken Anderson, and Joe Montana. I'll take any Montana. Got an Alfred Jenkins, Ted Brown, Jerry Robinson, Frank LeMaster, Dan Ross, Jack Lambert, Ed Newman, Wilbert Montgomery. Got a Joe Montana in action, but that one's completely miscut. No point even putting that one aside. We got our Ernie Roan. Oh, Harry Carson. So close. Pete and Stan Brock. Steve Cox. Richard Todd. Wendell Tyler. Otis Anderson. It is crazy how much the centering can vary. I mean, that Walter Payton is very, very nice. And then you got Joe Montana. He's completely off the card. All right, you got Pat Leahy, Dwight Clark, Gary Ellis, Brian Kelly, Gary Dunn, Kenny King, Ray Oldham, Cliff Branch, Stan Walters, Ken House, Leroy Irvin, Leon Gray, another Chris Collinsworth. Again, the centering is just the tiniest bit off. Got a Rolf Benirschik, Ed White, Junior Miller, Johnny Shell. All the Steelers players have the sweetest picks in this series. Ross Browner, Ken Stabler, Art Monk, Matt Cavana, Danny White, Ricky Thompson, Dick Ambrose, Matt Suhey, Jim Osborne, Tony Dorsett again. It's not bad. Again, just slightly off left to right, but we're starting to get some good cards. Bob Baumhauer, Andy Johnson, Neil O'Donoghue. All right, last stack. We have a Reuben Carter, Troy Franklin, Mark Malone, Jets team leader, Otis Anderson, Mike Pruitt, Bill Neal, Curtis McGriff, Bill Thompson, Wes Chandler, Chuck Ramsey, Giants team leader, Joe Cribbs, Franco Harris. It's pretty nice. Troy Franklin, or Tony Franklin, Falcons team leader, another Walter Payton, and another one that's not bad centering. Those are two really nice Walter Paytons. Tom Jackson, Stan White, Freeman McNeil, Steelers team lead, Chris Collinsworth, Neil Colsey, Fred Smirlaws, Redskins team lead, Ken Green, Jack Reynolds, Pete Barkowski, Perry Brooks, Steve Nelson, Oilers, and Pat Hayden. So that was a productive pack. Show you some of them. We have the Tony Dorsett, the Chris Collinsworth. Centering's not bad. We got the Joe Montana. Another one that, yeah, that's actually pretty decent centering. Chris Collinsworth, a little bit left out to right. Franco Harris, a little bit left to right. But then we have two very nice Walter Paytons. Look at the centering on those. The corners are sharp. And a close inspection of the edges, especially the bottom edge. The bottom edge is what always gets you. At least this one on the right looks really good. I guess this one on the left does too, yeah. These are going to be some really, hopefully, high gradable cards. Still got to look at the surface a little bit better, but as far as my eye can see, looks pretty damn good. All right, that might have saved the break, but two more to go.